Now in this numerical, one force is of 15 Newton and second force is of 20 Newton. Both forces making an angle of 60 degree with each other. Now here we need to find the resultant in magnitude as well as in direction. We have to find the R both in magnitude and direction. Now, how we can solve this? Simply by using the law of parallelogram. We are having the expression for law of parallelogram. And that expression is R square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of theta. So this is the expression for law of parallelogram. Okay. Now, this is a simple numerical in which the two forces, which are P and Q, you can assume one force as P and second force as Q, right? So we have assumed these two forces. Now we'll try to put these forces into this formula so that we'll get the value of R. Okay. So all students should be with the notebook and calci and try to solve this numerical, put these values in this expression and try to find the answer. Okay. To find the value of R, we need to make the under root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of theta. Okay. And whatever the answer that we'll get is 30.4 Newton. This is for your case 1. Okay. Now in case 2, what is going to happen that your one force is push force and 15 Newton force is push and 20 Newton force is pull force. So therefore, we'll also try to draw that diagram. And the angle between them is the same angle, that is 60 degree. Now, in this case, only the direction has been changed, but the magnitude of the forces remains same. Q will be equal to 50 Newton. Only the direction has been changed. You can see the direction. The 15 Newton force is pull force, and here in this case 1 and in case 2, 15 Newton force, that is Q, is push force. Okay, so it is pushing this point, it is pushing the object, while as 20 Newton force is again the same, that is pull force. Okay, now what is going to happen here, that this line is going to be extended further, that this force is going to be extended further. So therefore, we'll extend this force further, right, in a straight line. Now, what happened here, that this extra angle that we got here, now the addition of these two angles must be 180 degree, right? Because the straight line is there. So therefore, this angle, addition of these two angles must be 180 degree, right? So this angle is 120 degree and this angle is 60 degree. So 120 plus 60 will be 180 degree, right? Now the magnitude for this force, extended force, is also same. The same force is there, that is Q equal to 15 Newton, right? The force is same, only the angle has been changed. Now this P is equal to 20 Newton is also the x-axis, remember, because we have assumed this as a horizontal. So this P force is parallel to x-axis. So remember this thing. Okay. Now again, the angle between these two forces P and Q has now become 120 degree, right? Angle between force P and force Q has become 120 degree. So therefore, in this case, we will also apply the same formula, that is R square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of theta. We'll also apply the same formula. Cos of theta, and the theta is 120 degree here in this case. Okay. And what is about the P and Q? Your P is 20 Newton. Okay. So 20 into 20, that will be your 20 square, plus Q is 15 Newton. 15 into 15 plus 2 into P, that is 20, again multiplied by 15 into cos of 120 degree. So this will be your, again, after putting the value, the expression will be like this. And you have to solve this. You have to solve this on your calci. So after solving this, we'll get the answer R is equal to near about, you'll get 18 Newton. You have to calculate how much is the cos of 120 degree. Okay, that value will be negative, right? So after solving, you will get R is equal to 18 Newton. Okay. Now after that, you have to also calculate the tan of alpha. Okay. So therefore, tan of alpha is equal to now what is this tan of alpha? Tan of alpha is angle made by resultant with the x-axis. So we have to also draw the resultant here, right? So therefore, the resultant we have to draw in between these two forces. This is your R, and that is nothing but your now angle made by the resultant with the horizontal x-axis is nothing but your angle alpha. So this will be your angle alpha. Okay, and that alpha you have to find in both the cases, in here also, in case 1 also, in case 1 also, this is your R, and you have to find the resultant as well as its direction. Okay, that is angle made by resultant with the horizontal x-axis. So this is also your x-axis. Okay, so in both cases you are going to use the same formula, that is tan of alpha is equal to q sin theta divided by p plus q cos of theta, p plus q cos of theta. So this is the formula that we are going to use in both the cases. In both the cases. So the formula will be same. Now you have to put the value of Q as 15 Newton. You can put the values. You can put these values Q as your 15 Newton, P as 20 Newton. Put the value of Q here. Put the value of P here. And the value of theta will be 120 degree. So after putting these values, you will get the value of tan of alpha. But for this, to find the value of alpha, you have to do the tan inverse of q sin theta divided by p plus q cos of theta. You have to do the inverse, right? Then only you will get the value. Okay, so that value you have to find. Okay, but before that you have to find this total value, and this total value will be near about 1.039. You have to cross check it with your value. Okay, now after that you will get the value of alpha as alpha is equal to 46.1 degree. 46.1 degree, that value you will get near about. So this will be the final value of the angle. This will be the value of resultant in case 1. R is equal to 18 Newton will be the value of resultant in second case. And for case 1 also, you have to find the alpha in similar manner. Okay. So therefore, the tan of alpha you can find here also. Q sine of theta divided by P plus Q cos of theta. So by using the same formula, you can find the value for case 1 also. The same formula will give you the value. Tan of alpha. So therefore, whatever the value is, you calculate it by your own. Try to find it. That value will be near about here angle alpha will be equal to near about 25.28 degrees. So in this way, we are able to find the exact angle made by resultant with the horizontal x-axis. So remember, this alpha is the angle made by resultant with horizontal x-axis. In both cases, you can see the difference. Okay. In both cases, you can point out the difference. Now, after that, we'll give you one more numerical for the homework. This numerical you have to solve by your own. Okay. So the numerical is the resultant of two forces capital P and 30 Newton is 40 Newton, which is inclined at 60 degree to the 30 Newton force. Find the magnitude and direction of force capital P. So this is the numerical that you have to solve by your own. Okay. I will also give you some hint to solve this numerical. So first of all, we'll try to draw the diagram for this numerical. Okay. So the two forces are given. First force is 30 Newton. Second force is force P. And their resultant is 40 Newton, which is inclined at 60 degree to the 30 Newton force, right? So therefore, you have to draw the diagram carefully by reading the numerical. Okay, it is very important to understand the numerical first, right? Draw the diagram and then go for the solution. Okay, so this is very much important. So we'll try to draw the diagram. First of all, as per the numerical, your first force is 30 Newton force. Okay. Now, second force is the 40 Newton force. 40 Newton force is making an angle of 60 degree with the 30 Newton force. Remember this thing. Okay. Your first force is 30 Newton. 40 Newton is the resultant. And therefore, we have to find the force P. That value is not given, which is the second force. Okay. So therefore, your this force will be 40 Newton. And as per this numerical, they are making an angle of 30 degree. Means as per this numerical, it is 30 degree. So these values are given. Okay. 40 Newton is resultant. Remember this thing. This is the resultant. Okay. 30 Newton is your force Q. Q equal to 30 Newton. Remember this thing. And your force P is different force. Your force P is different force. So therefore, force P and Q making and resultant R, and that R is making an angle of 30 degree with the Q, which is equal to 30 Newton force. Now we have to find the magnitude and direction of force P. So we have to assume the force P because it is not given. Therefore, we will assume a certain force P like this. Okay. We'll assume the force like this. Now we have assumed this force P. And now we have to find the value of this force P. We have to find the value of this force P is equal to how much. Okay. Now here, which things we don't know? We don't know the angle made by this force with the horizontal. We also don't know this angle. Okay, an angle made by this force P with the x-axis. This is your x-axis, horizontal x-axis, which is parallel to Q. Which is parallel to Q. Okay, this is your Q. Now we have to find the